Good morning. In the previous classes, we have discussed the resultant, how to find the resultant in magnitude, direction, and its location for concurrent force system, parallel force system, and non-concurrent or general coplanar force system. Now we will come to the equilibrium equations. When several forces are acting on a system, if the body has to be in equilibrium, the condition is that the resultant force acting on the body must be equal to 0. If it is not 0, if the resultant value, if it is not in equilibrium, the body will move in the direction of the resultant. Or if there is moment, the body will rotate as per the magnitude of the moment. So in order that a body is in equilibrium condition, the resultant must be equal to 0. So that is the first condition. So equilibrium condition is, for a body to be in equilibrium, the resultant must be equal to 0. If the resultant is not 0, by applying a force which is equal in magnitude and opposite in direction to the resultant, the body will be brought to equilibrium. And that force, a force which is equal to R, equal in magnitude to the resultant and opposite in direction, is called equilibriant. So the two terms which we study now is the equilibriant, that is a force which is equal in magnitude and opposite in direction to the resultant, to bring the body to equilibrium position. Now we have discussed, for equilibrium the resultant must be 0. How we find out the resultant? We have found out the resultant as R is equal to root of sigma fx the whole square plus sigma fy the whole square. So in order that the resultant is 0, if R has to be 0, sigma fx must be equal to 0, sigma fy must be equal to 0. So these are two equilibrium conditions for concurrent forces. If all the forces are acting at one point, we call it as concurrent forces. And for concurrent force system, to check the equilibrium, we have to check these two equations and find out the horizontal component of all the forces, vertical component of all the forces. Sigma fx is equal to 0 and sigma fy is equal to 0. But for non-concurrent forces, as well as parallel force system, we have one more condition in addition to this. Sigma fx is equal to 0, sigma fy is equal to 0, and one more condition is sigma m, sum of the moments of all the forces about any point in the plane, should also be equal to 0. So for non-concurrent forces, there are three conditions, the three equilibrium conditions. Sigma fx is equal to 0, sigma fy is equal to 0, and sigma m is equal to 0. For concurrent force system, there are only two conditions, because since the point of application of all the forces passes through one point, there is no validity for the equation sigma m is equal to 0. There will not be any moment. So these are the equilibrium equations. Since we know how to find the resultant of the force system, we will pass on to the problems for solving the using equilibrium equations. Now let us have a numerical example how to use the equilibrium conditions to solve a physical problem. So I'll read the question. The question is, a rope 9 meter long is connected at A and B, 2 points on the same level 8 meter apart. So A and B are 2 points 8 meter apart, and the total length of the rope is 9. 3 plus 4, 7 plus 2, 9 meter as shown in the figure. A load 300 Newton is suspended from point C on the rope 3 meter from A. 3 meter from a weight 300 Newton is suspended. What load connected to a point D on the rope 2 meter from B is necessary to keep portion CD parallel to AB. So this AB is the total length. Distance between them is 8 meter. The length of the rope is 9 meter. Weight is 300 Newton is placed here. We are asked to find out what should be the value of W so that this portion is parallel to AB. So under these two weights, 300 Newton and W, the body is in equilibrium. So using the equilibrium conditions, we have to solve this for the value of W. For that, we consider the first point C. Let us consider point C. This point C is in equilibrium under the tension in this rope CA, tension in this rope CD and weight 300. So you consider equilibrium of point C. I can draw this point C. There is tension in this rock CA. Tension, this is horizontal. Tension is always marked away from the joint. Tension force is acting away from the joint. Tension in CD and the weight 300 Newton. So this joint is in equilibrium under the action of tension in CA. I will mark TCA, tension in CD, TCD and 300 Newton. When three concurrent forces are acting at a joint, for equilibrium we can make use of either Lami's theorem or use the equation sigma fx is equal to 0 and sigma fy is equal to 0. Hence find out the tension in these two ropes. So in order to find out the tension in the ropes, we need the angles between the forces. So for that, use trigonometry. Look into this figure. Let it be theta. Let me mark this distance AE as x. So this is 8. If this is x, this is 4 meter. So this distance will be FB will be 4 minus x. Isn't it? Please check. Looking into the figure, if I mark this distance as x, this distance will be 4 plus x, 8 minus 4 plus x, so this will be 4 minus, so 4 minus x plus x, 4, 4 plus 4, 8. Now let me mark this vertical distance as y. If this is y, this FD is also y. So let us find out the angle. For that, use trigonometry. Here sin theta, I can use sin theta is equal to x by 3. Isn't it? So we have to get x and y. So from here I can write y square is equal to 3 square minus x square. So if I get x and y, I can get theta. So y square is equal to 3 square minus x square. Similarly from here, what I can write y? Y square is equal to 2 square minus 4 minus x the whole square. So write down the expression for y from both two figures. From these two equations, from equations 1 and 2, you solve for x and we will get x is equal to 2.625 meter. There are two equations and two unknowns x and y. So from that we get x is equal to 2.625 meter and y is equal to even if y is not found out, we can find out theta. Only x is required. So we have got x is equal to 2.625 meter. Therefore sin theta is equal to x by 3, 2.625 by 3, and hence you got the value theta as 61.04 degrees. So we got this angle. So that is in this figure. The angle which with the vertical is 61. I'll mark it as theta. I have got 61.04 degree. Similarly, when you consider this joint, I want this angle also. Let it be phi. If that angle is phi, how will you find out phi? Sin phi is equal to 4 minus 6 by 2. Opposite side by hypotenuse. So that is equal to 4 minus 2.625 by 2. From that I can get phi also 43.43 degree. So before starting with the solution, we have to find out the angle theta and phi just from the trigonometric principles. Now coming to this joint, see, this angle is known now. TCD, TCA, 300. Three forces are acting at the joint. One way of solving is, first method, I will use equilibrium equations. I will use first say sigma Fy is equal to 0. By using sigma Fy is equal to 0, this force 300 is acting downward. This TCA can be resolved into two components, isn't it? We have studied how to resolve it. Say this force TCA, it is acting away from the joint, so it will be having components like this. This angle is theta, this will be TCA. From where we measure the angle, that will be cos. The other one will be sine. This inclined force can be resolved into TCA cos theta and TCA sin theta. Since it is acting away from the joint, these two components will also be away from the joint. Now sigma Fy is equal to 0. Look, there is one force acting vertically upward, the other force acting vertically downward. So up is positive. So TCA cos theta is 61.04 degree. Is equal minus, this is acting downwards, minus 300 is equal to 0. This is the equilibrium equation. Consider the vertical equilibrium of this joint. From that you get the tension in wire or rock Ca is equal to 619.58 Newton. Then if we apply sigma Fx is equal to 0, resolve all the forces in the horizontal direction. So in horizontal direction, there is TCD and this TCA sin theta. X positive towards right, so TCD minus TCA sin theta is equal to 0. From that we get TCD is equal to 542.11 Newton. So considering the equilibrium of joint C and applying the two equations of equilibrium, concurrent forces, only two equations of equilibrium, I have applied first Fy is equal to 0 so that I can get TCA, and then I have applied Fx is equal to 0, Fx is equal to 0, from that you got TCD. So in this figure, we have got the tension in this wire. Tension in this wire will be represented as, at the joint C, you will mark it away from the joint. At the joint D, when you come to this joint D, it should be away from the joint. It will be acting in this direction. So to get W, we will go to the next joint, joint D. So next, we will be considering the equilibrium of joint D. So consider the equilibrium of joint D. By applying sigma, this force is acting downwards. Thus TdV is an inclined force. This has to be resolved into two components. It is acting away from the joint. So this will be the horizontal component. This will be the vertical component. This is phi. So this will be TdV cos phi. This is TdV sin phi. So TdV is the inclined force. Resolve it into horizontal and vertical directions. Angle is measured from vertical, so that component will be cos phi, the other one will be sin phi. It is away from the joint, so these two forces has to be, components will also be away from the joint. Now we apply, we have to get weight. We are asked to find out the weight to be positioned at D. So taking sigma Fy is equal to 0. Consider sigma Fy is equal to 0. Upward force T dB cos phi. The value of phi is 43.43. 43.43 minus W is equal to 0. Therefore, we get W is equal to 572.66 Newton. If you want to find the tension in dB, that should also be found out from here itself. If you take the horizontal equilibrium, if you take sigma Fx is equal to 0, TdB sin phi minus TCD is equal to 0. This TCD we already got from the first position C. So TdB sin 43.43 minus TCD is 542.11 from the first step is equal to 0. Hence we get the tension in the wire dB or rock dB is equal to 788.56 Newton. So this is the simple example in equilibrium. Consider joint by joint, mark the forces, resolve if there are any inclined forces, resolve them into x and y components. Sigma Fx is equal to 0 and sigma Fy is equal to 0 will give you the required results. This is one method. Another one method is using Lami's theorem. So if this is clear to you, the same example we can do with the help of Lami's theorem also. I will explain that. So the same example I am going to do with application of Lami's theorem. So consider the equilibrium of point C. As we have seen earlier, at point C, three forces are acting 300 Newton downwards. The tension in the string CD, TCD and TCA. So these are the three forces acting at joint C. What is Lami's theorem? Force divided by the angle between the other two. F1 by the angle between the other two is equal to TCD by the angle between the other two, like that, sine of the angle. So applying Lami's theorem, if you do this example, so we are going to do this by applying Lami's theorem. See, Lami's theorem is applicable if only three forces are acting at a joint and all the three forces must be in the same direction. So the three forces, if all the three forces should be acting away from the joint and the three forces keep that joint in equilibrium. Here it is okay. The two conditions, one is three forces are acting at a joint and all the three forces are away from the joint. Either all the forces should be away from the joint or all the forces should be acting towards the joint. The three concurrent forces taken in order having the same directions. Then we can apply the Lami's theorem. So here by applying Lami's theorem, 300, what is Lami's theorem? 300 divided by angle between the other two. This angle is 90 degree, this is 90, sine 90 plus theta is equal to TCD divided by angle between these two, this one, angle between this and the other force. This angle will be, this is theta, so this angle is going to be 180 minus theta. TCD by angle between the other two forces. This angle, this is theta, this is totally 180 minus theta, and that is equal to TCA divided by sine TCA by angle between the other two. This angle is 90 degree, sine 90. So Lami's theorem, W by sine 90 plus theta, TCD by 180 minus theta, and TCA by sine 90. So we can easily solve. Consider first and this. We can get TCA is equal to 300 sine 90 divided by sine 90 plus theta. So theta is known to us. So it will work out to 619.58. We will get the same answer as earlier, 619.58 Newton. If you want to get TCD, consider these two equations. TCD will be 300 into sine 180 minus theta divided by sine 90 plus theta. Substituting the value of theta, we will get TCD is equal to 542.11 Newton. We get the same answer as the previous one. So either we can use horizontal equilibrium equation and vertical equilibrium equations, or if there are three forces, we can make use of Lami's theorem and also solve for the values. Similarly, considering the next joint, coming to joint D, the three forces are TCD, TDB and W. I have marked this. Of this TCD is already obtained. TCD is obtained from the first step, 542.11 Newton. So we can here also apply the Lami's theorem. By applying the Lami's theorem, W divided by this angle between the other two. What about this? W divided by this much angle. That is equal to 90 plus 5. Sine 90 plus 5 is equal to 542.11. TCD is 542.11 divided by the angle between the other two. This much. This is 5. This is totally 180. So this is 180 minus 5 sine. This is 180 minus 5. So using these two equations, then TDB divided by TDB by the angle between the other two, that is 90, sine 90. From this we can get W. W is equal to 542.11 into sine 90 plus 5 divided by sine 180 minus 5. Will give you the same result as earlier. W will be 572.66 Newton. Similarly, you can find TDB also. Similarly, TDB can also be found out. W 542.11 into sine 90 divided by sine 180 minus 5. That will be getting 788. So in this problem, we have illustrated how to solve the problems using the equilibrium conditions. The equilibrium equation, sigma fx is equal to 0, fy is equal to 0 at a particular joint, or only if there are three forces are acting at a joint. If the three forces maintain that joint in equilibrium, we can also make use of Lami's theorem and solve for the unknowns. So there are two different methods I have discussed. Whichever is easier for you, you can follow the same thing. But remember, Lami's theorem is applicable only if it is three forces. If forces are more number of forces are acting at a joint, we can only resolve it and apply sigma fx is equal to 0 and fy is equal to 0.